As I am here to make my official return to YouTube, I started pondering about random stupid shit that I could share with you in order to, just kick the restart of my channel essentially. And I started thinking about runs differential and just how important it is for baseball. And then I thought about, okay, well, since this has been tracked since 2006, let's just go all the way back from there and look at the trends on whether or not the World Series champions of each preceding season had a good run differential or not. And the results are kind of predictable, but I still want to share them with you. In 2007, the Boston Red Sox won the World Series over the St. Louis Cardinals, and they had a run differential of plus 206, which is fantastic. And for those of you who need an explanation, runs differential is your runs allowed, no, is your runs scored subtracted by your runs allowed. And if the result is positive, then you scored more runs than you allowed, which is good. Because after all, the end result of baseball is to score more runs than your opponent and to allow fewer. In 2008, the Philadelphia Phillies won the World Series with a run differential of 139. They were third in the MLB that year. In 2009, the New York Yankees won the World Series over the Philadelphia Phillies, and their runs differential was 190, which was first in baseball that year. In 2010, the San Francisco Giants won the World Series over the Texas Rangers. They were fourth that year with a run differential of plus 132. In 2011, the St. Louis Cardinals won the World Series over the Texas Rangers with a runs differential of plus 89, which was sixth that year. Really goes to show you just how much scaling there is between first and 10th, where sixth is plus 89 and first is usually near 200. But in 2012, the San Francisco Giants won with a runs differential of plus 90, which was eighth. And they did that over the Detroit Tigers, swept them. It's the first World Series that I watched games 1 through 4, the entire thing. And then in 2013, the Boston Red Sox won the World Series over the St. Louis Cardinals again, with a runs differential of 220, which was first in MLB that year. And then in 2014, just give me a minute, I am a Royals fan, so it's hard to say this. The San Francisco Giants won in 7 games over the Kansas City Royals with a runs differential of plus 69, which was 7th in the MLB that year. And then the following year, the Kansas City Royals won the World Series in 5 games over the Mets with a runs differential of plus 102, which was 4th in baseball that year. In 2016, the Chicago Cubs won the World Series in 7 games over the Cleveland Indians with a runs differential of plus 270, which was first in baseball that year. In 2017, under the asterisk of yes, for 81 games, the Astros were cheating, so keep that in mind. The Houston Astros won the World Series over the Los Angeles Dodgers in 7 games with a runs differential of plus 200, which was 4th that year. Yeah, they were cheating for over half the season and didn't even win in terms of run differential. There were still 3 other teams that had a better run differential than them. And then in 2018, the Boston Red Sox won the World Series in 5 games over the Los Angeles Dodgers with a runs differential of plus 262, which was 2nd in baseball, only short of the cheating Astros. In 2019, the Nats won the World Series over the Houston Astros in 7 games with a runs differential of plus 166, which was 5th in baseball. In 2020, keep in mind that this was only a 60-game season, the LA Dodgers had a runs differential of 171 and beat the Rays in 5 games to have the best runs differential in baseball in a season that everyone would rather forget. In 2021, the Atlanta Braves won the World Series over the Houston Astros in 7 games with a runs differential of 146, which was 7th in baseball that year. In 2022, the Houston Astros finally won an actual World Series with a runs differential of plus 236, which was 3rd in baseball, and they won in 6 games against the Phillies. And then in 2023, the other Texas team managed to win the World Series in 6 games over the Arizona Diamondbacks with a runs differential of plus 195, which was 2nd in baseball. And then last season, the Los Angeles Dodgers defeated the New York Yankees in 5 games to win the World Series with a runs differential of plus 180, which was 1st in baseball that year. As you can see, there has never been a case of a team with a negative runs differential winning the World Series, and the lowest ranked team to win a World Series in terms of run differential was 8th back in 2012. The San Francisco Giants swept the Detroit Tigers. Even so, they had a run differential of plus 69, which is quite a bit. Let's see. Out of this sample size, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different World Series champions having the highest run differential in baseball. Keep in mind that one of those is the 2020 season, so take that with a grain of salt. It was only a 60-game season. Even so, there is a very hard trend that only the San Francisco Giants broke, that you need to be in the top 5 of runs differential in order to win a World Series. So just keep that in mind next time the postseason starts and you see some of the hottest teams in baseball usually end up being the ones that go on the longest runs. It doesn't necessarily mean that the best teams in baseball win. It just means that the hottest ones win. So if you see a really hot team that's won, say, 70% of their games in September make the playoffs, keep an eye out for them. They could usually go on huge runs. What comes to mind is the 2021 Atlanta Braves, the 2023 Texas Rangers, the 2019 Washington Nationals, and the 2011 St. Louis Cards. All of those teams pretty much had no chance of winning a World Series, but because they went into the playoffs super hot, they ended up going on lengthy runs that no one had any answers for. My name's Trey McGathan, and I'll be seeing you soon.